What? Hello, this is A's383 and welcome to a fabulous episode of Let's Play Wario World. Today we're going to go through Mirror Mansion, the first level in Sparkle Land. So as you can see, we're hitting the to-do list. Boss, heart fragments, treasure. So I'm sorry if this episode's a little later than anticipated. Generally, it's going to be from 2 to 3 weeks if I haven't made that clear. Before it was every 2 weeks. But yeah, 2 to 3. I've got a lot on my plate. Work. And busy things. And more work. Anyway, so as you go through this level, starting with once you begin the level, you'll find this Ankaron, who is, you can easily just walk past him or throw him off the edge or do whatever the hell you want with him. So I recommend doing that. So this level I find to be quite simple. For the most part, I would definitely give this level a positive review if I were to be like grading it. Okay, for this ground hatch, sorry I just switched topics, you punch the blocks in the order that they light up. I really like the boss of this level. He's a green character who's quite spastic, which I find that kind to be very entertaining. And since this game is so violent, it makes it a little more entertaining to fight. The final attributes make the boss entertaining to fight. The Mean MC, which he was based off The Simpsons and a bit of he was like a miniature parody of The Simpsons and The Mask from Jim Carrey. But you've heard my opinion of Jim Carrey if you've seen Kirby Versus with the Mario Addict. Okay, back to my video. So once you approach this section where I am, right over here, you just basically want to pick up an enemy and spin him in the order in a certain direction and then throw him to the side like you just don't care to basically just get through the level. So, now you don't see anything. You're behind a wall and you're hearing wonderful sounds. If you close your eyes and just listen, it sounds like Wario and that bird are having quite a time. So what you want to do is in the background there's that mirror. As you probably haven't noticed. So you pick up one of the enemies. When you're done harassing them, pick him up and smash into that ground hatch. Once there, you have this level. It either takes a lot of patience, or just jumping with timing and not effing up too many times. So just jump, land on the general platform, then jump, etc., etc. If you die, you can come back. Yeah, this game is heavy on patience, as I've stated. So here's a chest. You should open it. It's your first treasure. So I'm going to warn you all, like the Beanstalk level, there is a treasure that gets away from me, which in reality it shouldn't. Well then again, the Beanstalk one shouldn't have either, but I'm actually happy it did. So again, as I've said, I prefer to make mistakes on here and let you see the errors so you guys can make sure you don't replicate the error. So yeah, so let's punch this lion. These characters, you punch and jump on. Here's this Spriteling. The terrible portraits! I always anticipate these guys to talk in a gentle voice. Haha, I ran through the spikes. Like you need patience for Wario World. Yeah, so anyway, as I was stating about patience, yeah, you don't need it. One doesn't. Who wants patience? Anyway, the terrible portraits. So, what you have to do is you kind of treat them like the Angler Mangler from the ice level. What that implies is, you see these little characters over here, without getting electrocuted or burned, you get under their hands and pile drive them. At which point, it will shoot these little creatures in the barrel up to the hands and hurt the hands. As you noticed, I've tried to go for the portrait face itself. It avoids it. And you can't get out from the sides. So, pick up this little guy, take him up, and do the smashing. There you go. And we destroyed fine art. The Art Society doesn't hate me for this. Too bad. That was bad art. So here's some big guys which you wanna take out or get away from. Your choice of how to handle them. I like fighting them and throwing them off the screen because fourth wall breaking. Wait, this life is a video game, isn't it? What's life outside this game? So these characters, we'll talk about them in a few minutes. So once you break into this ground hatch, you're in this level, this little level. little loving level alliteration of L. You jump, jump, jump while barely clinging onto these platforms. That's at least how I prefer to do it. To get to the red crystal diamond. Red thing. Something red. Now, you daringly almost kill yourself because who needs patience? And you return to the main portion of the level. So these enemies, which I'll show you later. Actually, no, I don't know if I want to. But these guys, I think, when you attack them and when you pile drive them, when they technically die, they turn into vampires. At which point you'd have to pile drive them again. So they endure probably the most damage that one of these enemies can endure. But these enemies are also specific to this level, and to be honest, right now I just don't really care to fight them. I just want to get through the level. Because fighting enemies is great, don't get me wrong, but I don't like them. So once you make it to the second half of the level, you should go to the bottom right corner to obtain a chest. Once this chest is obtained, you will have another treasure. In this level, again, as I've stated, you'll come to portions where things may seem like a dead end or kind of hopelessness, and you'll have a feeling of hopelessness. Don't give up. There are some tricky things about this level because of the mirrors. Because this is a mansion of mirrors. So, with good timing, which I don't feel like I'm going to have right here. That was not good timing. But it's okay, I'm still excellent. You eventually will be able to, which if you just use better timing, use your charge, then you jump, then you're over. So here's another ground hatch that I want you to go into because it'll be very helpful to you. And if you want to be up those birds, feel free. So this is a fairly straightforward one. You walk up and get your red crystal, red diamond, because I don't have an official name for it, even though I've said it before in other episodes, because I'm like that cool. And then you're supposed to grab your statue piece. Once you're out of it, here's where things got tricky for me. Once you go to the bottom right portion of where you are right now, right here, I'm gonna later want you to come to the right side of this and look around carefully, because there's a blue switch that gets kind of tricky. Not tricky, it's just if you just pay enough attention, you'd get around to getting. But at the time when I did this, I did not pay much attention, didn't I? So it's understandable. Still, just look around. This level, I really want to stress that out. And even the next level. Next level for me. Oh, jeez. So these annoying little ninja birds are awesome because they're ninja birds. But right now you can see the pain of what happens if you piss off an enemy too much that has the power to charge you. You run. Once you're done getting smashed and damaged, this is the enemy that doesn't technically die once, it dies twice. What you have to do is you have to pile drive it into the ground, like so, and it will turn into a vampire. Vaha! It is a vampire! So yes, other than the awesome vampire enemy in this level, because it's a haunted mansion, even though it's a mirror mansion, you have more to do. See that statue piece on the top left? Me neither! So you're eventually going to come back to that. And once you break the spriteling open, you will refer to creatures that can only be seen through via mirrors. Haha, I jumped in the spikes. Who needs patience? See that blue spot? You will in a few moments once I jump out of this ground hatch. So this level is pretty easy. All you do is jump around and make sure you don't fall. When you're standing still, make sure you're on a platform that is not a blue anvil, because if you step on it, it will shrink. If you are on it for a certain amount of time, you will fall out of the sky. So, don't die. That rhymed. Try not to do that. And take a pat. I'm sorry, the temptation was big, even though that rhyme was horrible, just like I am. So, grab your red crystal diamond thingy, because I don't know the name of it, as I've stated this joke. See that blue switch location right there that I just passed? You're gonna have to come back for that, because later when I hit the switch, I don't come back for it until it's kind of too late. So, thinking ahead of you guys, because I'm considerate and compassionate and all that jazz, I want you all to remember the spot once I hit the blue switch originally. You will remember it, and now you're gonna have to come back there, which I'll show you how to do. But for now, let's focus on the main objective, and the blue switch is not the priority as of this exact moment. Right now, it's not getting killed or charged at. So once you activate this lion who's jumping on the spikes, and you're just like too impatient to care for a lot of things, like you almost jump in yourself, you go to the left, and you see that blue switch. That's the one you need to go back for. Remember the blue spot I was just at? You know, this one? Oh, this is a totally irrelevant spot. Yeah, that one. You're gonna have to definitely come back for that. Okay, so as of right now, you have hit the blue switch and you saw the blue pad where the treasure chest will appear. So from where you are, head to the right and you will eventually land in that room with those 3 hallways in the background, of which enemies came out when I first showed you where those enemies that turn into the vampires were. That place where you fall out of the sky. Just head right and I will show you from that point on where to get the blue chest that I missed and had to get at the very end of the level, but I'm showing you now so it saves us a lot of time later. So when you land in this room, here, once you are here, punch the lion again so that you've activated the button. So now, just whenever you want to be patient, there's your treasure. Make sure you grab this because later, trust me, it causes a lot less pain. Once you open that treasure, you will eventually get your last reward. Also, the reason I say last reward and you see that blue chest icon is because later I realize that that treasure is gone. I go all the way back for it, and at this point in time where you saw that clip is when I've gone back for it. But I put it right there so you can see where to get it at that point, so you don't have to go back like I did. I'm saving you all a lot of pain. Now let's go back to where I am right now in the level. So again, showing my massive patience, you continue. You move up, and you move to the right to see if there's anything else you can get. In your case, money, and hopefully not getting killed by these birds. If you want to beat them out of the sky, feel free, because I find them annoying right now. So, but you want to go up to the right like I did to get the green treasure. So, once that is done, avoid getting stabbed, and head to the upper left section of this level. So earlier, a spriteling mentioned how you have to be aware of things in the mirror. So just be aware of things in the mirror. So like avoid the shots that it makes at you. So in this ground hatch, you want to charge and jump across the field level, or just jump and punch the switches that arrive. There's 3 of them. You have to activate all 3 of them to complete this. Pretty self-explanatory, just hit them. If you just aim correctly or jump and punch, you should be fine. Here's the next spriteling. Yeah, you may find areas that appear like dead ends. Yeah, there are areas like that, so as long as you have me, you'll be fine. Even when I make an error, I show you how to do the right thing, so you shouldn't be that worried. So once you climb up and out, here's one of the creatures from the mirror that you look like you're holding. Now you're holding nothing. See, now you're holding a statue of yourself. So, as that, I guess, wheel over there with the arrows on it tells you to spin your enemy, you should spin your enemy in that direction. However, if you also look at the mirror, you notice that there are some glue globes on the back of that pillar with the wheel on it. So you may get another statue piece. This game's tricky. This is like the hardest game ever. It's not like Majora's Mask or Super Meat Boy were hard games. No, this one's the hardest one around. So also, once you activate, well, you need to activate by hitting that wheel and getting all your pieces from that point up. You get through, and now you're in this lower section. So, remember earlier how I mentioned that you need to follow my directions on how to get that blue chest? Well, I'm about to reach the point of where I will realize how I've missed it. So, hopefully if you follow along, then you will have gotten the chest by now. So seeing me get it again for those who didn't the first time will be redundant. Basically, I hope you've all gotten it by now. But in case you haven't, I'm about to get to the point of where I first realized how I did not have the blue chest. Oh god, this entire episode is just like present and future. It's just, I feel like I could use like some kind of time machine. Where's the TARDIS? I don't know, I'm just like, so many things at certain times are important. So basically, the lesson from this episode, guys, is to look around so to make your future less painful by being cautious in the present. The present affects your future, so be cautious, look around, do your homework, do stuff, do right things, and yeah. So yes, we've learned today that thinking about your actions and looking around will prevent you from causing yourself misery later in the future. So good acts in the present can make your future better. While mistakes on YouTube in the present cause your future to be interesting. By interesting, I mean you have to spend more time on this when you're tired. But I'm happy to do it. If I wasn't doing it, I wouldn't be doing it right now. And you wouldn't be seeing this episode, and you wouldn't be learning a lesson from my error. But then again, I'm fine to make errors so we all learn. So this is in total a great thing to do. So, from this portrait, you basically just do what you did the first time, as I was talking that entire time. Yeah. Just take that enemy that spits out of its mouth and smash it into its arms. Alright, so now I'm about to reach the point where I realize, oh crap, I forgot blue chest. However, this is the last section of the official level. Like the stone doohickey, I'm not even kidding, it's actually called that, is right up on my left. And everything else that I could have gotten is about to face me. So if I put my diamond there, crystal diamond, whatever, I can't call it what it's called because I'm apparently not sure. Jump down here to the left and you'll get one of the last treasures. See, you get this. And there's a ground hatch that you have to go into. By have to, I mean if you want to get 100%, then yes. So jump up, here's the last spriteling. The mean MC is there. Yeah, he likes cups. Yeah. The mean MC, as I said in the beginning of the episode, he's kind of based off The Simpsons and The Mask. He's kind of cool. He's funny. I find it amusing when I toss him around to be entertaining. Yeah, I like to beat him up. He is one of my favorites, as I've stated before, but you're gonna hear me again. So now, once you get on top of this platform, you will have hit that pink switch, which by slightly backtracking, you'll get somewhere with that. Now, you head over here and you get your other treasure. It's officially right now. Right now is the point where the blue chest has to be obtained. So, if you paid attention way earlier, where I dropped that message of just like, hey, you should be aware of this so you don't have to do what I'm doing right now, then good. Pat yourselves on the back. You guys are really, really awesome. And I feel proud and envious. So, for those who did not know immediately what to do and need a guide, which I can understand, I will take this balloon and I will see you back at the point where you need to be. So once you're done getting through here, as you've gone all the way back through and you've seen right to this point, this was the thing I was mentioning earlier with the 3 doors in the background. It's right here. This spot is where you need to start off from. Now head to the right, punch the lion. Be patient, which I don't like being patient. I don't know how people can handle patience. And there you go. There's that chest. So I've shown you all how to get back there, how to get it, and how you can avoid this entire thing of the annoying chest, the annoying blue chest. And you just saw me grab that blue chest stamp, so the future event has occurred. Now it's finally time to fight the mean MC. Here we go. Well, okay, he paints that laugh. I probably won't forget it. Yes. So, I'm gonna be completely honest. This is really easy to follow. You basically hit the cup he's in and punch the top of it so he'll fall out of it because he doesn't want to be found. You may throw him against the wall. He will spaz and fly around like a weirdo. You may pile drive him or just swing him around. It's really your choice. Just dispose of him. But once you hit him enough times, he will jump into his cup. Before he does it, though, he'll do some set attacks of which I recommend avoiding. And some of them, regretfully, I don't, just because of my own reasons. So when he twirls his cane and it glows yellow, don't touch it because it's gonna hurt you. Or if he kind of puts his head in his knees and crouches, he'll do a charge where he'll stay in one spot then just burst out and like attack you, he'll like jump from a sitting position. Like I'll show, like that. Run, so you don't get smashed like I just did. Oh god, this is like the spider all over again. So follow his movements again, which is the middle cup. Have fun with him, and with you, I say yeah, and he'll just like freak the F out and just jump in a crazy manner. He will also just spin his cane, so you just avoid it. So hit him enough times. Whenever he like twirls his cave, or you see some yellow energy emanating from him, walk away. Then just punch him out of his cup. You just really need to pay attention to the cup. And there you go. The mean MC is dead. Yay! I murdered someone again. Yay! And those are all 3 stamps. The heart one, which I didn't pay a lot of attention to the heart stamp in this episode. It was a little obscure because the primary one was the treasure. But it's okay. If you still followed along with everything that I did in terms of my actions, then you will definitely have received it. Of all levels, I think this one, in my mind, other than the very first world, the second world, of course, this one was one of the easiest ones to get the heart pieces, or the heart statues. So now you've done it! You've gotten this first statue, you've mastered this level. Mirror Mansion is your bitch. You have owned it! That's an interesting way to phrase it. The level is your bitch. I'm personifying it to be, or I guess animalizing it to be a female dog. So I apologize for the confusion. I'll see you guys in a free play I'm going to do next, and then I will continue Let's Play Wario World with the desert level. Hope you've all enjoyed. Is383 signing off.